Bleeding Love, a short love story inspired by the song of the same name by Leona Lewis. Chapter 5. The Stirring of Hearts. In the days that followed their dinner, an underlying tension weaved its way into Charlotte and Maxwell's interactions. Their conversations were marked by a subtle intimacy, their exchanges filled with unspoken promises and restrained desires. The intense chemistry they had shared during their dinner had left a lasting impression on both of them. The memory of that night lingered in their minds, a sweet reminder of a shared connection, of a bond that was becoming harder to deny. During a routine business meeting, their usual professional demeanor gave way to shared smiles and lingering looks. The sexual tension between them was palpable, sparking an electrifying undercurrent in their exchanges. Charlotte, lost in a sea of documents and financial reports, found her mind drifting to Maxwell more often than she cared to admit. The way his eyes lit up when he spoke about his business, the focused look on his face when he was lost in thought, the way his lips curved into a smile when he caught her staring at him. It was all becoming a sweet torment. For Maxwell, it was the same. Charlotte's laughter rang in his ears, her sparkling eyes haunted his thoughts, and her infectious energy left him longing for more of her. He wanted to get to know her beyond their professional encounters, to explore the connection they had both felt. One evening, after a particularly intense business meeting, Maxwell took a bold step. As they stepped out of the conference room, he turned to Charlotte, a determined look in his eyes. "Charlotte, I can't ignore what's between us anymore," he said, his voice carrying a hint of urgency. "I want to explore this connection we have. Would you let me?" Charlotte looked up at him, taken aback by his confession. She felt a rush of emotions, surprise, excitement, fear, but underlying it all was a strong desire to say yes, to let him in, to give in to the passion that was brewing between them. Taking a deep breath, she met his gaze, her heart pounding in her chest. "Yes, Maxwell," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Let's explore this, together." A spark of excitement lit up Maxwell's eyes. He reached out, gently tucking a loose strand of her hair behind her ear, his touch sending a shiver down her spine. Their eyes locked, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. It was a moment filled with promise, with anticipation, with an unspoken agreement to take the leap together. In the days that followed, their relationship took on a new dimension. Their conversations grew deeper, their glances more intimate, their touch more lingering. Their hearts were stirring, caught in a dance of desire and affection. At night, they found themselves lost in thoughts of each other. Images of stolen glances, shared smiles, and anticipated touches filled their minds. Their hearts bled love, a sweet wound that neither of them wanted to heal. Their professional relationship was transforming, blossoming into something more intimate, more personal. They were standing at the edge of a cliff, ready to jump into the unknown, their hearts beating in sync, their spirits intertwined. The dance of desire was becoming more intense, their connection deepening with each passing day. The anticipation of what lay ahead was both exciting and terrifying. But both Charlotte and Maxwell were ready to explore the depth of their feelings, ready to dive into the intoxicating world of desire and affection. As they stepped into the next phase of their relationship, one thing was clear. Their hearts were bleeding love, a sweet, intoxicating emotion that was impossible to resist. They were ready to explore their burgeoning relationship, to let their hearts lead the way. And so, their journey of love and desire continued, a beautiful dance of two hearts yearning for each other, ready to explore the depths of their shared connection. a beautiful dance of two hearts yearning for each other, ready to explore the depths of their shared connection. They knew the path ahead wouldn't be without its hurdles, but they were willing to brave it together, drawn by the irresistible pull of their hearts. Their days were filled with shared laughter, lingering glances and whispered promises. Their professional meetings became a sweet torment, a delicious dance of restraint and desire. Their moments alone, though few and far between, became precious, stolen moments that they treasured. In these moments, they found solace, a sense of familiarity that was both comforting and exciting. They found shared dreams, shared fears, and an undeniable connection that only seemed to grow stronger with time. Maxwell, always the more confident of the two, was becoming increasingly enamored with Charlotte. He found himself yearning for her company, her laughter, her presence. She was a constant in his thoughts, a sweet distraction that he couldn't and didn't want to resist. Charlotte, on the other hand, found herself falling for Maxwell in ways she hadn't anticipated. She was drawn to his charisma, his intellect, and his respect for her. He was different from the men she had known, in ways she found incredibly attractive. Their hearts were bleeding love, a feeling they had once feared but were now beginning to embrace. They were falling into a whirlpool of desire and affection, a journey they were eager to embark on together. As the days turned into weeks, they found themselves on the brink of something beautiful, something passionate. Their dance of desire was becoming more intense, their feelings for each other more profound. The anticipation, the excitement, the uncertainty, it was all leading up to a moment that promised to change their lives forever. They knew they were treading on uncharted territory, embarking on a journey neither of them had planned for. But there was an excitement in the uncertainty, a thrill in the anticipation. They were ready to dive head first into the unknown, their hearts leading the way. In their world of high-stakes business and cutthroat competition, Charlotte and Maxwell had found something unique, something precious. They had found a connection that transcended the professional, a bond that was deeply personal. And as they stood on the brink of a new chapter in their lives, they realized one undeniable truth. They were bleeding love. Their hearts were aching with a sweet, intoxicating feeling that was impossible to ignore. They were falling in love, and they were ready to embrace it, ready to let their hearts bleed love.
Bleeding Love is comprised of 6 chapters. To watch or listen to all 6 chapters, why not subscribe to the Romance Diaries? Or if you want to experience your own real-life romance, why not visit one of our sponsors by clicking on a link in the description. The next chapter is the final chapter, Chapter 6, The Dance of Desire.